Hey Scrapper Names fans, welcome back to this video. And today I've got this Project Life spread for you. As you can see, I'm using the 4x6 vertical pocket page protector. I do mix my pocket pages up a bit depending on my photos. That's how I determine what I'm going to put where. But yeah, so what I'm documenting here is my stepdaughter's birthday from not last year, the year before, and I'm using the two crepe paper collections. I'm using a mix of the All Heart collection as well as the Hooray, which was a birthday one, doing a bit of stash busting. I've had these two in my stash, and when I brought the All Heart collection, I had brought it for the purpose of scrapbooking for my stepdaughter. Because it's a very obviously girly kind of funky layout collection, and yeah, so I thought, why not start using it now? Now, in saying that, I think this paper is from the other collection, from the Hooray collection. I just liked this one a little bit more than some of the other ones I had picked there. I was toying up with the notepad looking paper from the All Heart collection, but I just needed something to really pop those photos and sort of draw your eye into the spread a bit, I thought. So I am then going through and deciding what papers and I am going to use to back the rest of my photos on. I did trim them down just a fraction because I did want to put some background papers to them just to give the layout a bit of fun, a bit of interest, all that good stuff. So I try and mix them up a little bit between like really bold, bright patterns to like this one's a bit of white. And I try and keep with my pocket page spreads. I do find that they're, to my eye anyway, they're a bit more consistent when they've got a balance like of colours. So not like heaps of colours on one, random different pattern papers or cards. So like I've done whites with a pattern or blue and pink and that's sort of the tone I'm setting for the layout itself or the spread itself. That's just a design preference I kind of have. I don't know. I don't necessarily do it with my 12x12s, more with the pocket pages because there's more on the page, I think, or in the spread, I guess. And making sure that they don't look too overwhelming. Also gives me, I knew I'd want to use a fair few embellishments on this one. As I said, stash busting a bit, so papers don't bother me as much as having lots of random embellishments just kicking about. In saying that, I do store most of my things by collection, if I have enough of it. So once I get down to the dribs and drabs of embellishment pack, I will split it up into my little containers I have, if you've seen my craft room tour, that hold all my die cuts and things in it anyway. Or I put it on my little Raskog trolley to be used up if there's only a few odds and ends there. So as you can see, just trimming down to make the 4x6 cards and to mat the photos on. I don't know if I change it around a little bit. This one stumped me a little bit. I wasn't sure. There were some papers when I pulled out the collections and had a look at this spread, I kind of had a bit of an idea of what I wanted to use, but then I was like, I don't know if that really goes, because I was going with a pink background card paper here. So you can see here I'm having a bit of a toy around with the idea. Now, I don't know, I know some people are, there's a 50-50 kind of split here, but I did keep this part of my decision-making process in, because I know some people have said in the past that they do like to see how or why cards or background papers, etc. are chosen. So for this one, I decided to keep it in. I don't always, because sometimes I'm literally just flicking the camera on and going for it. So whereas this one, I'd sort of kind of pre-planned what I was using in collections and things. But yeah, so I don't think the video goes for much longer than normal. But let me know if that is what you like to see in your process videos when you're watching, the designers or me process, literally from woe to go. So, picking the papers or cards and, all that sort of stuff. So now I'm just going through, and it's a very generic title. I think I just write happy birthday using some of these chipboard from Hooray collection. And I'm trying to be really conscious because I put like a million layouts away last weekend, I think, while I've been off, and promised myself I would continue to keep on top of it, and I now have another stack sitting there ready to go into albums. But my albums can be really chunky, so I am trying to, particularly when I do pocket page, I'm limiting how many 3D embellishments go on and how much embellishing. Sometimes I go a bit off the grid there, but it's like my family album for 2018, which is technically finished. I've had to finish it because I'm up to the end of the second album and it is overflowing. Like, I probably need to get a third album just to put the overflow in, but it's thick. It's very thick. I'm not sure if that meant 2018 was a good year or I took lots of photos, one or the other. So I've just used some ephemera there, the chipboard pieces, and then I just pulled these pink, I love these foam thickers. They're an A10 one, and you get them in black as well, and I found them in pink, I think it's Spotlight, and I was like, I'm having these. So yes, and I never use the numbers very much, so I try every now and again to remember there are numbers on thickest sheets, so they could be used too. So that card is all done, and I put a little border on it just to finish it off a little bit. Those spots and things, I kind of felt like the card was now just floating around. So I drew a little doodly border on it just to rein it all in a bit and really give that pop to the edge. So these 6 photos, as I said, were my stepdaughter's 13th birthday, and it's really just showing some of what happened on her birthday. Some of it will also go into her actual album. I don't know if that was a year we had the theme party for. I can't really remember which year it was, but yeah, so these are just her getting some of her presents and cake, which was pavlova, because she is an East girl and she loves pavlova now too. So, which is funny because once upon a time, I don't think she ever did. So, yes, but her father loves pavlova. Actually, that was his birthday cake most years now. So, I've popped that into the centre of the card. It is something I like to do, especially when there's not lots of pattern around the background. So, you can see a little bit. I'm a bit funny about being able to see what's on the paper. That's why I struggle, I think, with text type papers, because I'm like, I don't want it covered. But yeah, so now this is using a mixture of that haze from the All Heart collection. The chipboard piece, I think that says Hooray down the bottom, is from the Hooray collection. And then that little candle, which I saved you the hassle of watching me fussy cut, is actually an March printable for Inky Quill on her Patreon, I think it is. So just pulling in a few bits and pieces from my stash, and these puffy hearts, which have probably been in my stash now for nearly, a year. And I love them. I just forget to use them, even though I have them sitting next to me on my desk in my little sort of desk organizer thingy. So that card was done. Once I got into the flow of this spread, it actually came through really quickly. It didn't really take all that long to do. It was just getting it started and what was going to go where, and So here's that notepad paper. I really liked this, and I wanted to make sure you could see the top little, like where what would be the coil, I guess, when you're looking at a notepad, goes through, and then the lines at the bottom. I just kind of like the look of that paper. And I think I add some journaling, and that was the other reason. This is another Inky Quill printable, that heart. And I also have here is the chipboard for the All Heart. As you can see, and again, I've had this for a while. Yeah, and it's barely been used. So hence why stash diving, because I really are trying to have moments of, getting through that stash. Make room for new things. We'll go with that. That little piece I was going to put on just didn't fit there. So, and I didn't want to crowd this photo too much, because it's an up close kind of photo, and it's, her and the cake, and I don't want to add too much to it. And just to add some cohesiveness, I put a doodly border on this one as well. And all done, nice and easy. There was some pieces, the last photo, I think, which is one of her presents that she gets. I knew straight away, I'd seen this huge chipboard piece. When you see it, you'll know what I mean. That I was like, I am so using this on this because I won't use it again. It's not a random piece, but it just, fits so well. So with those of you who are watching that are Pocket Page Project Life for people, are you your typical traditional, maybe, if that's the word, pocket pager, in that you don't embellish a lot, or do you put lots of embellishments and things in your spreads when you do them? I know that when I started Pocket Page scrapbooking, when I come back into getting into scrapbooking, the original appeal to it was that you didn't have to be overly creative, as you didn't need to put lots and lots of things on the pages. That for me didn't overly work. I eventually, once I got into it and got more of a stash happening, I was like putting all the things on into a spread. But I know traditionally when Becky Higgins created it, it was, you just need to pop some pocket page cards, some journal, like, filler cards and journaling cards and Bob's your uncle kind of thing. But yes, so I know for majority of the project lifers that I watch or that I see on Instagram or whatever, they're a bit the same in that, it's all the things go into the pages and and that's that. I don't know if I see too many that are, fairly simple. But there is that appeal to it there, I guess, for those starting out. And for me, who originally when I got back into scrapbooking, one of the reasons I got out of it was I didn't feel I was being creative. I'm not a creative person, I thought, by nature. And it was expensive. So this is going back maybe 10 years, 9 years. Scrapbooking was new, and I'd been introduced to it by my best friend, and it just was so expensive to buy supplies. It just seems so much more readily available now than what it was even back then. So yes, there's lots of pretty things now. I may have just been, hidden away from the world, which I'm sure, there's an element to my bank account that would love that. But yeah, it just, it's different now. Anyway, that was just a random ramble. So as you can see, working through the mixture of die cuts as well as the chipboard, just adding that dimension, and pops of fun. Now this is the card I was saying before that this big piece, as soon as I pulled the chipboard sheet out from, I think it's All Heart, and I saw that on there, I was like, absolutely, that is going on here. I probably couldn't find another picture that I would be able to use it on, but we brought her a record player. Beth likes to be, she's into all the very retro-y sort of things, and again, that's why All Heart was one that really kind of drew me to buying it for scrapbooking her things. But yes, however, it is a huge piece, and I was really conscious of trying not to add too much more to that card, but as you can see, all the things. And just filling in some of the negative space too with embellishments and things like that is something I like to do. If the photo's a bit plain, I like to pop some fun things on there just to make them look interesting. But that's it, nice and easy. A pocket page spread there for you. I think this video will be going up at the start of the week, and I have another few videos for the week. So hopefully, I've had some videos out so recently that have been consistent, so this one should be the same. So I think this will go up Monday. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this process video. Stay tuned for some more videos later in the week, throughout the week. Thanks so much again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.
Artlist.io